I like story time, Chad. I love story time.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
All right. Back in the
She's
50s,
recording.
there was a town called Ashley, Kansas. Now, you've probably never heard of this place because guess what? It doesn't exist no more. It's gone.
Why?
There is nothing there but a giant goddamn hole of burnt earth.
Really?
Really. And actually, you can look this up on YouTube. They have really cool videos about it. There's phone calls to police, and people are saying crazy things like, their children have come back from the dead. All the town's children disappeared. There's fire in the sky. The sun didn't show up for a week. The cops were called there, tried to go to the town, and kept getting turned around in a circle. Couldn't get to the town. Never got to the town. It just, for some reason, vanished. But yet people were still calling for up to 3 days this went on. Now after 3 days, the last call was some woman saying that her son had come back from the dead, that all the children had come back, and then they were coming in the house to get him. And then I was on the recording with the police, her screaming, and the boy saying, "I hear you, Mommy," this and that, and really scary stuff. Ashley, Kansas is no longer there. It is gone. It is a hole. A giant crater.
Where did you learn about that?
YouTube, actually. I was just looking about towns that have mysteriously disappeared on YouTube. And it is one of the most infamous stories of all time of a town disappearing because there are over 200 citizens that called into another neighboring police department from this town. And not a single one of them could be helped because the police couldn't get to the town because the road kept turning in a circle. Almost as if the cop, the way he explained it, was going straight, but he kept coming back to the same town where he came from. Never could get to the town. And there's people screaming, saying, "Fire in the sky," all the children vanish, then all the children come back, and all the dead people come back. They attack the living. I mean, this is the craziest shit you'll ever hear. Crazy on a crazy level 10. But it's on YouTube. Look up 5 towns that mysteriously disappeared. Look up Ashley, Kansas. The people try and hide this stuff from you. You know, they don't want you to know about this stuff, but that's one of the scariest stories I ever came across. And if I had the money, I'd be in Kansas right now, investigating whether that town is there, what's going on.
Yeah, I would too. That's awesome.
It is an awesome. That's
Well,
probably
you know
the
any
coolest story I
stories
ever
at
came upon. I think it
Any
just stopped.
stories at all? They can be any type of story.
I think
like
it
you
just
heard
stopped.
as a kid. What? No, that was my phone.
Oh.
That was this one.
Well, he's from New York, so
I
or
know.
New Jersey, so he knows about all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, different stuff we
A
don't.
big one when I was
Well,
a
what
kid,
about like sharks and monsters in the water or
a
anything?
big one when I was a kid was called the Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil. Hear that, Chad? The Jersey Devil.
Now, the Jersey Devil, people had so many theories on it. Some people say it was half horse, half goat, half human, half horse, and it can fly. And apparently back in like the I don't know if I'm correct about the time zones, but I believe it was the 16 or 1700s. This lady, I forget her last name, but this was her 13th child. So when he came out, they knew right away that he wasn't right. So she locked him in the basement. Well, that house burnt down, and in the Pine Barrens in Jersey, they still have the quote-unquote Jersey Devil house where you could go and see where the house was and where it burnt down. There's many of people on YouTube who claim they've seen it. I've never seen it, but I can tell you it was a valid fear when I was a kid, because we would go camping, and that's the first thought you think, is the Jersey Devil going to get me? You know, it was told in every campfire story. It was just I guess it was to scare us, but like it's crazy because some of the pictures people have put in, it looks like you almost ask yourself how they can fabricate that. And there's people who claim they've seen him, there's people who claim he's not real, but I know as a kid it was a story that really scared me.
I'll tell you something that fucks me up in the head about stories. Man, when me and my brother were younger, we went to a church camp, okay? It was a church camp, a God camp, okay? A bunch of children.
This is a good one.
I don't think I was about 7 or 6. I don't remember. I was younger
We were
than
young.
shit, I'll tell you that. Okay, well, you did all kinds of shit here. So you went swimming, did haystack rides, climbed little mountains, all kinds of cool shit. Ate around the fire. Well, guess what? Your sick, twisted ass preachers out there and people who are watching you.
The whole camp.
The whole camp.
The whole church camp.
campground
Christian camp.
makes you believe in this. Okay, There's no bathroom inside your cottages. That's what they're called. They're called cottages. There's
Right.
different names. Fox Cottage. Remember, Chad, all them.
Bear
Anyway,
cottage, cub
you have to
cottage.
go outside to go to the bathroom. Okay? Now, on your first night here around the big campfire, they tell you this story about a man in an insane asylum who killed a bunch of
What?
people. A murderer.
At this camp.
A murderer who killed a bunch of people. And he's loose. And he's running around these woods. I'm sorry.
And he's been
goosebumps.
killing people
And
for
he's
years.
killing people for years and they can't,
And they
find
can't
him.
find him.
Dude, I think I wanted to piss my pants a couple times rather than go outside and that motherfucker. Oh man, it's just as I'm older, I think about that. I think about like this was a church camp,
It was.
The
They told
fuck
all
are
the
they-
kids that.
and around a big fire. Well, think
Wow.
about
And it was believable because you had every adult at this place, and these are Christians telling you that this is for real.
people that you
Not
trust,
laughing about it, not joking, like being dead serious. Like, hey,
saying there's a murderer.
watch
there.
out when you go
have to
outside. Be careful.
Well, what I think they're
Don't ever go alone.
Try to go to the bathroom before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's why I think the story exists.
Yeah, you know why they did that? Because they didn't want you wandering around that fucking camp. They wanted you to be so scared you piss yourself rather than wandering in the
Yeah.
camp and endanger their safety.
No, I think
they didn't want to
I
pay
also
if
think
you
it was
broke
the
your
girl
leg.
guy thing.
Oh yeah, because they
Even
had
though
them
we
sit-
were young,
Yeah.
even though we were young, and there were still older kids, you know what I mean, and
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, dude, and like they didn't want the girls guys mixing either. The girls had their own cottage, we had our own
Yeah.
cottages. You had to keep your cottages clean. Fucking, you sang, chocolate, chocolate,
Yeah.
nothing is sweeter than chocolate. What the fuck? Were we singing that song for, Chad?
Probably
Dude,
recorded
you
that shit.
remember that?
They were probably recording that
All
shit.
satanically and
Yeah.
shit. They probably play it in the
They
big
probably
Catholic
play it,
churches and
yeah.
shit, like, and listen to all of us children sing chocolate, chocolate.
Yeah.
That's creepier and shit.
It was
Imagine
creepy.
about fucking 50, 60 little kids with their little
Hey,
squeaky
chapel
voices singing,
chapel was
"Chocolate,
3 times a
chocolate,
day there, and they
nothing
forced you to
sweeter
wear pants in 110 degrees. It could be, and you had to wear pants. It did not matter to them because it was called chapel, and you were gonna sit there for at least an hour
Oh, yeah.
listening to
Bull.
singing and listening to craziness. They had some
Brainwash.
skits that were interesting sometimes that kids
No, you're
did,
right, you're
but
right. They did acts and shit, you're right.
well, a lot of it was pretty hard to tolerate. Really,
But the point of it was, these are people we trusted, and they told us one of the most
fucked up
you
stories.
could
Yeah.
tell a child.
Yeah,
And
and they,
then
didn't
it's a
just tell,
real
they told the
thing.
whole camp that. So
Because-
there, every kid that we knew at this camp was deathly afraid to go to the bathroom at night.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
bathrooms were
but-
empty at night.
Dude, I squeezed my stuffed animal, Free Willy, at night time, and Cookie Monster all scared and shit. Chad had to beat a kid up, or almost beat a kid up, because he was making fun of my Jacob York, making fun of my Cookie Monster doll and shit, dude. I would have hit him with that Cookie Monster doll. But at the time, I was a coward.
Man,
I
that
was
kid,
a coward at
I think
that
it was
time.
weird because he was like a friend, but
Yeah,
an
he
enemy.
was, and
I
he
beat him
wasn't.
up all the time, but he always hung
He
around.
still came around.
I would beat him up. He'd come to my house,
Well, I was
like we were friends. I'm serious. Like I'd get into it with this kid. A week later, he'd be at my house like it never happened. Like
Yeah.
like
Smoking weed.
fucking-
Because he's somebody that grew up and then just left and disappeared. I'd say
Weird.
from about you being 8 to about 12, he disappeared right around the weed
Well, his
time.
mom died because she got
Oh.
pneumonia.
Oh, I didn't know
His
that.
mom died, and it was
You
all
guys want
fucked
to go outside
up.
and smoke cigarettes?
Yeah,
Well,
they-
Chad don't smoke, but
He didn't have anyone to take care of him, so he had to go live with his dad. And I felt bad for him in the end. What happened to him?
8 minutes.